All right, and we are live on YouTube. Welcome to the Middle School Championship Final 2025 Drones in School STEM Alliance. These kids worked really hard yesterday, putting in qualifying times all day to battle down.
Airborne Ops and Flying Saucers, you're up.
Battle down to the top 8 teams. We are going to see up next.
Airborne Ops and Flying Saucers to the line.
Let's take a look who we're going to see. We're going to see ADHUS 6 Arrows versus Intergalactic Bounty. This is the highest seeded team versus the 8th seeded team. So we're going to see how this plays out. Currently, this 6 Arrows is the team to beat, fastest on the track by about 4 or 5 seconds compared to the second place qualifier. So as soon as we get a few video issues sorted out, we can see them in the right side of the screen there, checking the goggles, checking the transmitters, making sure everything's set up. Let's take a look at the bracket. So this is what we're going to run in middle school finals. We're going to see first up 6 Arrows versus the Intergalactic Bounty Seekers. On deck, we have 17 Pegasus and Eagles Perch. So we're going to see them next. So get ready to fly as soon as these pilots land. In the hole, after 17 Pegasus and Eagles Perch, Ladrone James and Firebirds. It's going to be our third match here. Match number 4, Flying Pythons and Big Dogs. This is a double elimination bracket, so if you lose your first race, don't disappear, don't go anywhere. You have one more race, but if you lose 2, it's over. Going to whittle all the way down to the top 2 teams.
Okay, on deck right now is Dronosaurus and Phoenix. Dronosaurus and Phoenix, you are the next round up. You are on deck in Capture the Flag.
We're also we're sharing audio with Capture the Flag, so off stream you're going to get some Capture the Flag updates from none other than Neil Merrick Grower himself from the FPV racing scene. You'll hear him from time to time wrangling people, announcing some updates. Don't have that on camera, but on the bottom of the stream you'll be able to see some match results for that as well as they update live in real time. Capture the Flag happening simultaneously with the head-to-head racing here. We're going to check in with our tech crew to understand what's going on as we prep these pilots. We can see 6 Arrows waiting in the wings here. There he is, waving to the folks at home.
We have a quad from Big Dogs plugged in the pits. Please unplug your quad in the pits.
All right, I'm looking for Dronosaurus and Phoenix. Dronosaurus and Phoenix, you're up right now. On deck is Eagles versus Flying Saucers. Eagles versus Flying Saucers, you are up next. And then who's after that? BH Drones and Thunderbirds, you are in the hole. BH Drones and Thunderbirds, 2 rounds out in the hole.
All right. Looks like we're back in action. Race number 1, 6 Arrows versus International Battlesnakes. I see video on race 8. You are in camera mode, my friend. IBS, get out of camera mode, okay?
Yeah, you're in the camera menu.
You're in the camera menu. Okay, we got it. Alright, this time is official. Whoever makes 3 laps first wins the race. I see thumbs up from one pilot. Thumbs up from another. Okay, arm your quads. Less than 5.
All right, we have 6 Arrows versus IBS. 6 Arrows currently way out ahead. IBS on their lid. We can see that quad getting flipped as Arrows already onto lap number 2. About a half a lap ahead here. A little bit more trouble from IBS. Another flip. 6 Arrows keeping it very smooth as they get on to their last lap here. Lap number 3. Looks like your top qualifier is playing it safe and smooth, not pushing too hard just yet, just making sure they get 3 done, and that is going to do it for 6 Arrows. IBS, you can finish your laps for your practice time. Keep flying, get those 3 laps in, keep those thumbs warm, but that is going to send 6 Arrows up in the winner's bracket. IBS, we're going to see you back.
The race is completed.
In I believe match number 5. We'll confirm either match 5 or 6 after we run this first round of 4. All right, that's going to do it. We are going to go on to 17 Pegasus and Eagle's Perch.
All right, looking for Eagles and Flying Saucers. Eagles and Flying Saucers. Right behind them is BH Drones and Thunderbird. So Eagles and Flying Saucers, you are up right now. BH Drones and Thunderbirds right behind them.
Up next is 17 Pegasus on race 2, Eagle's Perch on race 8. Second qualifying positions from yesterday. 17 Pegasus is gonna show us what drone racing is. Put your quads on the line once you're ready.
All right, we can see these pilots getting ready on the right side of the screen. Here on the left side, we can see the logos that these teams worked so hard to create. This is a whole team of students. Each of these teams have marketing people, drone pilots, drone technicians, graphic designers. So this 17 Pegasus logo and Eagles Perch logo, pretty epic, pretty professional here as we go on to match number 2, round 1 in the middle school finals, top 8. So this is those teams, 17 Pegasus, Eagles Perch. You can see them prepping, getting their pilots, quads on the line, teammates. The quad flippers are also the stagers here. Lets the pilots take a breath, get their goggles prepared as we stage this second race in the middle school championship.
Can you guys unplug? Unplug.
All right, who we got in the chat? We have Ray. Says hi. Currently 23 watching. Maybe some of the parents and friends and family at home cheering on their kids, supporting Drones in School 2025 Middle School Championship. All right, it looks like we have no drones on the line. Maybe another tech issue here. We have Emacs, Ryan from Emacs helping, none other than the legend behind the scene. There is no better tech support than the company building all of these ready to fly drones. They are absolutely incredible bind and fly drones. So when these kids run into trouble, they can run over to the tech booth and get a little bit of help. I heard that he swapped a whole VTX yesterday. Whole board, multiple times, a whole all-in-one, rebuilding these kids' quad from scratch to keep them in the air. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, how are we looking? You ready to fly? That is a negatory from Eagles Perch. 17 Pegasus just keeping warm. Harvey saying, that is my son. Good luck, middle school, from Cosmic64. I don't want to butcher this name. Harvey Kunza Wiki. It's probably pretty far off. Kunzawiki. Kunzavechki. Kunswiki. Okay, that must be the son to which Harvey is referring, because his pronunciation sounded expert. Okay, the drones are flying. Get them on the line, and we are going to stage you and send off heat number 2. This is 17 Pegasus. Goggles down. As soon as we have good video for both these squads, plug them in. Plug them in. I have no video for you. You're plugged in. Sticks in. Tech support. Harvey is ready to fly. Unfortunately, the quad is not behaving as we wish it would. Pegasus, hang tight. Smart to unplug, save that battery. We can see the spotter for Pegasus is ready, though, to plug in. Yeah, he just flew it. It was hovering. We saw video, and now suddenly having a little bit of issues. On deck, let's take a look at the bracket so that teams can know when to be ready. On deck, we're going to have Ladrone James and Firebirds. I see Ladrone James standing at the entrance, ready to go. So if Firebirds is also prepared, we can hopefully send this next match up right away and pick up some time here.
Okay, listen up. Everyone doing capture the flag. The team at Race Control has just made some mad calculations. Lots of math and science. We have calculated that Race Band 4 will give us the least interference to the channels being used on the race side. So will everybody doing capture the flag get yourself to Race Band 4 and then thank the race control team for figuring out the best possible channel we could use to give us the least amount of interference for everyone in racing. Everyone say, thank you, race control. Thank you, race control.
MK at home, rooting on the Eagles. Go Eagles. A second Eagles perch fan. I think it's go Eagles in terms of encouragement. I don't think it's like go Eagles.
BH Drones
like,
and
get your drone
Thunderbirds
go.
to the line. BH Drones and Thunderbirds to the line. Who's after?
Question from the chat. Inca Originals wanting to know what time will the Pythons be flying? Let's take a look at the bracket. I think they are not next, but up after that. If we get their pace back on schedule, Flying Pythons should be flying in about 12 minutes. Courtney Fang at home cheering on the Firebirds. Go Emmett from MK. All right, we have race 2 is on from Pegasus, and we had video momentarily for race 8, but that quad is not happy. I think you should fly it. I think you should send it. We can see. Oh, the video's clear. I think it's going to clear up when you get in the air. So let's go ahead and prep these quads. We're out of time on the technical rebuild timer, so we're going to go ahead and prep these quads for launch. All right. We have good video for 2, and we have flyable video for 8. It is a little bit shaky, but here we go. Pilots, get ready to arm your quads. We're going to be live on the tone in less than 5.
Okay, so right now looking for BH
That
Jones
was the
and
tone.
Thunderbirds.
You're
Get yourself
live.
ready.
Here we go.
Up behind them on deck is Full Throttle and Airborne Ops.
We see
Then
17
Red
Pegasus.
Phoenix, you're in the hole. You
pulling
will
out
face
ahead,
the loser
just
of BH
ahead.
Jones and Thunderbirds.
Actually, as they go side by side.
2 rounds out.
Side by side through the top down gate here in the slalom at the same time. This is 17 Pegasus just about 5 feet ahead of Eagles Perch now. 17 Pegasus getting onto lap number 2. Eagles Perch getting a little bit hung up in the ladder down is going to lose them about 2 gates worth of track time. Ooh, but 17 Pegasus goes down. Eagles Perch also on their lid. Quick flips there from 17 Pegasus and Eagles Perch to get them back in the air. 17 Pegasus now about 1 slalom's length ahead. They get onto their final lap here, going through start finish. They have 1 lap to go, getting hung up. That's going to let Eagles Perch make up a little bit of ground. 17 Pegasus holding off by about 2 gates now. Still ahead. The favorite to win this match looks like 17 Pegasus. Ooh, they get it wrong in the ladder down. But Eagles Perch might be too far behind to capitalize on the mistake as they are about 4 gates back. And 17 Pegasus, your winner of the second heat here. Let's hear it for 17 Pegasus. Great job.
The race is completed.
We're going to go on to match number 3. Let's take a look at the bracket here. That is going to be LeJone James and Firebirds. You are not done. This is a double elimination. So Pegasus is going to go up to face 6 arrows. Six arrows waiting in the wings for 17 Pegasus. Eagles Perch going to drop down to face another one of the losers from round 1. We're going to go on to LeJone James and Firebirds here. We will stage this match and get back to you shortly.
go, parents. I'm gonna try to spell the last name.
Okay,
once
looking
again.
for Full Throttle and Airborne Ops. Full Throttle and Airborne Ops. Then on deck behind them is Red Phoenix and BH Drones. So right now looking for Full Throttle and Airborne Ops. Right behind them, being ready up, is Red Phoenix and BH Drones. Wanting everybody to be on Race Band 4. All capture the flag on Race Band 4.
Okay, I see video from Firebirds. LeBron James. Hey Ryan, how was race 8? Yeah, bad, right? You want to try to do 7? Yeah, okay. No. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Okay, I see pretty good video on both 2 and 8. Are you guys ready? Thumbs up? Okay, arm your quads, guys. On a tone in less than 5.
All right, they're off and away. A little bit of an early lead here from LeJone James. Again, the favorite. So far, we are seeing the higher-seeded teams performing to similar level of lap times and consistency that we saw in the qualifying. All right, we're gonna pull them back in and rerun them. Having some troubles on race 8. So pilots, land your quads. Land your quads. Pick up your quad. Prep a new battery, and we're gonna sort out some video issues on the back end here.
One minute left.
Okay, Red Phoenix and BH Drones. Red Phoenix and BH Drones. Looking for you. Red Phoenix, BH Drones. Okay, my bad. It's Red Phoenix and Airborne Ops. Red Phoenix and Airborne Ops.
They're cheering Ari in it. They're cheering for you on the live stream.
So then it's Airborne. Okay, so looking for Red Phoenix and Airborne Drones right now. Red Phoenix and Airborne Drones. On deck behind them is BH Drones and Flying Saucers.
All right, it looks like 7's working better. I switched all the video over here. You don't have to change any of the HDMI's. I did all that. You just have to change your timer. That's all you have to change is your timer.
Okay. I'll just put it right for a minute. We need race. So can you add race 7 in here?
Let's try after this guy. Race 8.
He was on 14.
It was a 40. Can we just you want us to go to 8 again? I did.
What are the other ones? 2 7?
Yeah.
And it's just not working.
Well, 7's great. 3-8 was bad.
Okay.
No, I'll do it.
You guys are right, just like a blank sheet in that does
Firebird and race 7. Are you guys good to go now? Can you check now, Ryan? Are we good? Are they good to go? Yeah.
BH Drones and Flying Saucers, you are up. BH Drones and Flying Saucers to the capture the flag cage.
Okay, Ryan, we're
On
good.
deck is Thunderbirds
Let's send
and
it.
full throttle. Thunderbirds and full throttle. Airborne Ops, you are in the hole. Airborne Ops, you are in the hole.
Okay, thumbs up for a good video. If pilots are ready, I see 1. LeJohn James, you guys good. All right, arm your quads, guys. On the tone in less than 5.
They are off and away. A little bit better video from Firebird here. They're able to keep pace a little bit better, but LeDrone James just so fast. The second seed from yesterday, already 3 elements ahead of Firebird. Firebird flying super well here as they come through and finish their lap number 1. LeDrone James already on to lap number 2. Maintaining that lead. They're actually almost looking at the taillights of their competitor. Firebird going down, but they are able to get back up on their own without a track assistance flip here. Seeing a quick flip from their teammate as we get back into the race for Firebird. Another flip here. We see Firebird running out to flip his team, and that's going to do it. LeDrone James, 3 up and 3 down. Congratulations, LeDrone James. 3 done. Firebird making a great showing there. Great teamwork running out and getting
1 minute
the
left.
pilot back in the air. Way to go. We are going to send LeDrone James.
The race is completed.
Going to send LeDrone James up to the winner's bracket as we go into match number 3. Let's take a look at this bracket. All right, this is going to be Flying Pythons and Big Dogs. Chat was asking about this earlier, and now it is here.
Huh? Please hold. I'll be back with you momentarily. I'm sorry.
Looking for Thunderbirds in full throttle.
Flying Pythons, Big Dogs.
Thunderbirds in full throttle. So looking for Thunderbirds and full throttle, Airborne Ops and BH Drones. You are on deck after them. So right now, to the cage, Thunderbirds and full throttle. On deck is Airborne Ops and BH Drones.
Flying Pythons. We're flying right now.
Intergalactic Battle Seekers, you will be after this race, so hang tight. So when these guys land, you are up facing Eagle's Perch from match 2.
We have Flying Pythons and Big Dogs flying right now. On deck is International Battle Snakes and Eagle's Perch.
All right, we see an updated version of the bracket here. 6 arrows waiting to battle 17 Pegasus. We see Ladrone James has moved on to round number 3 in the winner's bracket, the upper part of the screen. Round number 2 coming up after we race Flying Pythons. As soon as we get good video from Flying Pythons and Big Dogs, we are going to send these pilots off to the races for match number 4. Plug them in, plug them in.
Okay, I see video on race 7 and race 2. We're ready to go. Pilots, need thumbs up. Okay, I see 2 fingers. All right, arm your quads on a tone in less than 5.
Early lead there from the Pythons, getting out just a few feet ahead of Big Dogs, making their way already through the back section. As
Okay,
Big
looking
Dogs
for Airborne Ops
has a
and
little bit of
BH
trouble
Drones. Airborne Ops and BH Drones.
bouncing off of the net there, but getting back in the track as they get back in the reverse split S. Flying Pythons looking like they are already on to lap number 2. They get onto their final lap. Big Dogs still working on lap number 1, a bit behind for Big Dogs as they have a little bit of trouble here on lap number 1. Flying Pythons is coming around. It looks like they are going to be your winner for match number 4. Let's hear from Flying Pythons. Way to go. Big Dogs, finish the lap you are on and bring in your quad. Go ahead and finish your lap. Ooh, a little bit more trouble there, bouncing off the pole and onto the concrete.
Yeah, let's go. It's International Battle Snakes.
International or intergalactic?
International Battle Snakes.
I thought you were intergalactic.
No, it's a joke. International Battle Snakes.
International Battle Snakes. Coming out here, we can see them coming out on the line. So we are going to run, let's take a look at the bracket. Flying Pythons moving up. Match number 4. So we are going to see Intergalactic Bounty Seekers, also known as the International Battle Snakes, going to fly against Eagle's Perch. Eagles Perch, we are looking for you on the racetrack on
So IBS is going to be on race 7, Eagles Perch on race 2. Are they coming? On deck is going to be Firebirds and Big Dogs. Please land your quad. Yeah, don't fly. Currently flying IBS and Eagles Perch. IBS on race 7, Eagles Perch race 2. On deck, Firebirds and Big Dogs.
All right, we're looking at match number 5, Intergalactic Bounty Seekers. You can see their logo on the left. Drone flying in space, the future of drone racing. And on the right side, Eagles Perch, the very classic logo. They are prepping their drones. Going to get them on the track shortly. Making sure those shoes are tied. He might have to be doing some sprinting if his teammate goes down, so he can get a quick flip there. Few shoutouts from the chat. Courtney Fang says, "Go, you got this, Firebirds." Yuki says, "Let's go, International Battlesnakes." Jertony says, "Heck yeah." We've made that one, sanitized that one for middle school. And Flying Pythons Inc. Originals. Rooting for the Pythons here. They are going to be back in a few heats, not up right now. Clearly, we have fans in the chat. Ghost Sky cheering on IBS. Luke Luck. Fire on deck. Let's go. We need that text-to-speech thing where they type and it just says it. We'll get that for next year. A lot of fans in the chat. Another IBS fan, another Flying Pythons fan. You can see Ryan Quellet out there really working hard to troubleshoot video for these kids, these pilots. He is one of the key members from HD0 High Definition Video Systems. They make the best video for FPV racing on the planet currently. And they are here with their special new Event VRX Pro, trying to get these pilots the best video that they possibly can with this special. You can see that box at their feet on the bottom right there. That is a magical video system. We've been flying that at these big multi-GP races, and I can vouch that it's absolutely incredible what they can do with this video. So you can see Ryan in the goggles trying to troubleshoot. See super clean video right now on race number 7. I'm just gonna show this really quick because it looks like GoPro footage. Look at how clean this video is on the right. That could be a GoPro recording, but that is live footage of Race Band 7. A lot of hype in the chat as we prep these pilots. We have good video for one pilot and a little bit shaky for the other one. Really challenging radio frequency noise environment in the convention. Makes it really hard to get clean video for these racers, but we have the best of the best working on it. We see IBS on the live stream smiling into the camera. Oh, now we see his shoes as he puts the quad. Okay, we're gonna send it. Good video from both of these pilots. All right, pilots, goggles down. Thumbs up for good video. It looks like we have 2 clean videos. 2 quads are staged. Listen for the tone. When you hear the tone, you are flying in less than 5. All right, and they are off. We can see, a little bit of a rough start there from both pilots. One going into the sky, one going into the net. Let's take a look at this FPV footage. Having trouble with video. We have a really crystal clear, Eagles Perch video is completely cut out. Oh, sorry, Eagles Perch is on the right side. The titles are not matching. Eagles Perch having really good video, and IBS having really rough video here. They look good on the line. It might be the quad. We've seen a lot of antennas getting damaged from these quads from some of the repeated crashes. Some of these parts are really fragile. Not a lot of time to repair in between these heats. See Eagles Perch making their way to the backside of the track. IBS starting to catch up to them. IBS on the left side of the screen.
Okay, up
here.
right now is Thunderbirds versus BH Drones. BH Drones
1 minute
versus
left.
Thunderbirds.
Ooh, Eagles Perch planting it into the top of that gate. IBS, really rough video, but getting on to their
45 seconds left. $30 left.
All right, we have arrived at our semifinal match with Thunderbirds versus BH Drones.
Eagles
The
Perch
winner of this
almost.
match moves on to our grand final of Full Throttle versus
15
Full
seconds
Throttle.
left.
So if you've not been watching, this is going to be one of our most
10,
intense rounds of the
9,
night. This
Eight,
match
7,
dictates who
6,
moves into the finals
5, 4,
to go against Full
3,
Throttle
2, 1.
for the championship.
Eagles Perch had a long pause there right before the start finish gate, but they are about 2 laps ahead of IBS. IBS starting to get back into the air.
You're getting the teams confused. That's IBS right there.
Is it?
The names are messed up for some reason. I don't, yeah. Emmett, his arm. We've already got, thank God. Emmett, keep on going.
All right, the OSD says that Eagles Perch just won that race. Pick up the quad that finished and come see us in the timer. You have done 3 laps.
Is this not Eagles Perch here? Hey, who is it? Orange, who are you guys? Come over. Come over here. No, stay right here. Right here. What's your team name?
Eagles Perch.
Can you move your stick shot?
All right, Eagles Perch finishing 3 laps first. Their OSD was correct. They managed to get 3 laps done. We had the timing backwards.
We have their quad, so
Okay. Well, we've got 5 minutes until the start of
What the heck?
our
The team switched quads.
semifinal match of the afternoon against the Thunderbirds from
Who was flying race 7? Please don't fly that drone again. Who's flying race 7?
Norwayne High School and BH Drones.
Race 7 is the one closest.
They're from where BH Drones are from. Great to have you guys here in Houston. Appreciate you making the trip down.
All right, pilots, come here. Come
This
here.
match
Please,
is going to
please,
dictate
please, please.
who moves.
Who's
on to the
just flying? Were you
finals
just flying?
against Full Throttle?
What channel were you flying on?
Full Throttle is from where Full Throttle is from. We
you
really
had
appreciate
super clean video,
them making
right?
the trip down to Houston.
And you were flying on race 2, and you had horrible video, and you got really behind. Okay, so the quads were exactly backwards. Here's what happened, audience and live stream at home. Eagles Perch was flying IBS's quad. IBS was flying Eagles Perch quad. That's why the OSD didn't match the channels and didn't match the live stream. But what happened was race 7 with the clean video right here in the hat did 3 clean laps and finished. So race 7 moves on.
let's go!
They were stopped for 30 seconds, and you managed to pick up another lap and a half. But then they refixed the payload, they plugged back in, and they crossed the finish line before you finished lap 3.
I remember it correlating perfectly with my video the whole entire time. It was correlating perfectly.
I think you might have.
All right, we're going to review it. We have a contestation from the team. So we're going to go on to the next match while we review that behind the scenes here. We're going to look back at the DVR to see what happened. Now that we know who was flying whose quad, we need to figure out if race 7 finished 3 laps before. They did have that long pause. They were flying each other's quads. That was probably the most confusing drone racing heat I've ever seen in my 9-year career of trying to help run drone races, flying each other's quads. Bad video, good video, up, down, turning off, replugging back in. We're going to go on to Firebirds and Big Dogs. Let's get Firebirds and Big Dogs staged here. We're going to send them off while we review the results. IBS and Eagles Perch results under review. We will be back shortly with the results of that review while we go ahead and send Firebirds and Big Dogs.
Alright, this time we're figuring out their channel. Yeah, let's really dial it. And you guys are flying your own team?
Yes.
No, I thought I was
Firebird is race 7, Big Dog is race 5. Race 2, Big Dog.
You're already set.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start the semifinal match of the evening with Thunderbirds against BH Drones. The winner of this match goes on to face Full Throttle in the finals. The loser takes the long trip home. One minute to determine the fate of these skilled pilots. We got reds changing to blues. We got blues changing to reds. We got pilots communicating. They are all over the track. Right now I'm seeing more blues than reds. Look at them go. All over the place. The tension is thick. You could cut it with a knife. First place is in the lead. Second place is right behind them. Looks like blue team is holding on, but I'm seeing red trying to come back at him. It's about even right now. We got 20 seconds to go. Blue with a little bit of a lead. Blues changing to reds. Reds changing to blues. We got 10 seconds coming up. This is a nail biter. Is anyone going to try to land, or are they going to keep battling for these changes? This one changed after the one in the middle. Change it back. Yeah. Okay, so no lands. He said it's after the timer. Yeah, he's my timer judge. He makes the call. So I got 15 points for red team. Red team is the Thunderbirds. You guys are red, right? BH Drones has 35. Okay, the results are in. We got Thunderbirds with 15 points. That puts you in third place, right? I don't know. Is that the first loss? No, it's their second loss, semifinal match. Yeah. So that's going to put, unofficially, that puts Thunderbirds in third place. And BH Drones is going to move on to face Full Throttle in the finals.
Okay, pilots, put your quads in the starting line. Give me a thumbs up once you're ready. Sure. Yeah, sounds good. All right, give me a thumbs up for a good video. I see 1, 2. Arm your quads on the tone at less than 5.
And what about BH Drones?
Okay, we got 17 Pegasus ripping their first lap. Oh, why 17 Pegasus? Firebirds.
It's not GCAs, it's just like double elimination. So
I like how all OSDs are now messed up.
and then it's like, and then twice. Yeah, that's to win twice. Or Full Throttle only has to win twice.
And Full Throttle wins this, we're done.
Yep, and BH Drones win, we run it again. Twice, just one more time.
So it looks like
1 minute left.
Okay,
Firebird is getting
attention,
in the
ladies and
lead.
gentlemen. We are in what could be the final match of the evening. Let me set the stage for you. BH Drones has battled through the bottom end of the bracket and has one loss so far. So they
45
must
seconds
win
left.
this match in order to send us to our ultimate final round. Full Throttle is undefeated so far. If they win this match, they're the champions. It's over. We're all going home. So, do I got thumbs up from all my pilots? Here we
30
go.
seconds
This
left.
could be the final match of the afternoon.
okay, Firebirds took the win.
And they're off. We got blue out to an early lead. Red coming right back at him. Now red in the lead. We got a little in-air contact there. Could that be a strategy? Was that on purpose or an accident? Red in the lead right now,
The race is
7-3. Reds changing the blues. Blues changing the reds. First place in the lead. Second place right behind them. Full Throttle and BH Drones really trying to make this happen. If we see more reds than blues in 25 seconds, this is over. But in 20 seconds, we'll know who are the champions. 15 seconds remaining in this match. I'm seeing blues slightly ahead. 10 seconds to go. It's so close. It's going to come down to the last second. If anyone going to try to land, okay, so blues have one on the mat for sure, and so two. So blues got 2 on the mat and 2 cones. That's 30 points for BH Drones, and 40 points, right? And 40 points for Full Throttle. That makes Full Throttle our 2025 National Drones in Schools champions. Round of applause. Full Throttle coming all the way from Bellbrook, Ohio. I mean, you're like unofficial judge, right? Like we're all here watching it. And like,
what was the score? What was the score?
Well, I don't know. Now we got some contention. It's up to Tad if he wants to look at that or not.
What did you say it was?
Unofficial results are 30 points for BH Drones and 40 points for Full Throttle. We are under video review. Tad's looking at video.
Was there a last second change after the whistle? Was there a change?
That's what he's saying. You could cut the tension with a knife over here. We've got a video review coming in at the last minute. Potentially, posts were changed after the buzzer went off.
Pilots, give
We've
me a
got
thumbs
our
up.
director of drones in schools, Tad, deep in it right now, trying to make some official
Arm your quads.
reviews of sideline video to ensure that we are properly crowning the right champion.
All right, we're currently in the winner's bracket of the middle school, watching 6 Arrows, your top qualifier, flying super smooth. 17 Pegasus also flying super well. Crystal clear video for both of these pilots with the HT0 system. But 6 Arrows already on to lap number 2, and they cross the line. 6 Arrows moving up again. Flawless victory from 6 Arrows, no bobbles. Super clean race. 17 Pegasus had a little bit of a rough start there. Video was off for a while. Got back in the groove, but it was not enough to catch up with the top
race is
qualifier.
completed.
6 Arrows, we'll see you back in the winner's bracket. 17 Pegasus, you have one more chance to redeem yourself. If you lose one more time, you're out. But if you keep winning, we will be able to see you guys climb up the bracket. So we're going to go on to the next winner's match, which is Ladrone James versus Flying Pythons. All right, catching up with the racing. Firebirds won, so Big Dogs, unfortunately, Big Dogs and Intergalactic Bounty Seekers, your racing week has come to an end. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate having you. Great racing this week. Really hope to see you next year. Eagles, Perch, and Firebirds moving up in the loser's bracket. We're going to get Ladrone James and Flying Pythons out to the line now. Ladrone James and Flying Pythons.
So official review is still underway. I know that the millions on the internet watching this stream are really, really sweating to find out how this final match turns out. We've got multiple camera views with the timer in view, so I think we're going to be able to make a definitive call here, but still just under review to ensure that we're making the right call, that we're going to crown the correct champions. So what's going to happen here, if the call comes down and it ends up as is, we will be crowning Full Throttle, the 2025 Trojan Schools Capture the Flag champion. But if it turns out that we overturn the ruling, we are going to get to watch this match all over again, because that will be the first loss for Full Throttle, and they will have to battle again to give themselves the final champion. Hey, why don't y'all just get other batteries ready just in case?
Okay, we got LeBron James and Flying Pythons. I see 2 quads on the line. Waiting for a thumbs up from pilots when you're ready. Tell me if you have good video. The video on race 7 and race 2. Race 2 needs to get out of a camera menu. Okay, we're good. Okay, give me a thumbs up once you're ready to fly. Thumbs up from Flying Pythons and not ready yet. Hold on. Ready? Okay. Arm your quads, pilots. On the tone in less than 5.
All right, they are up and away. This is the next level of the winner's bracket. Flying Pythons, your returning champion from last year, I believe, facing off LeBron James. LeBron James and Flying Pythons both flying super well in qualifying. They are currently only separated by about half a gate here, as LeBron James leading by
this
about
just in from the judging
gate.
booth. Results are official. Congratulations, Full Throttle. You
LeBron
are
James goes
our
down.
official 2025 Drone Schools Capture the Flag champions.
Flying Pythons, 3 laps up and down. Flying Pythons gets it done. Unfortunately, LeBron James had a bobble and went on their lid. Let's hear it for Flying Pythons, moving up in the winner's bracket.
The race is completed.
LeBron James was leading that whole race by about a gate, and then that one bobble where they flipped over allowed Flying Pythons to catch up and just get ahead of them.
We'll do an interview with the champions, high school champions.
All right, we're going to take a peek at the high school champions here on our Drones in School Multi-GP interview wall. Taking a look at Neil Merrick.
Full Throttle. Let's get over here. The world wants to see your faces.
Why do they keep on changing? They don't know what channels they're
Right here. So Team Full Throttle, get on in here. Let me talk with what we'll call pilot number 1. What's your name, sir?
Benjamin.
Benjamin, where are you from?
Bellbrook, Ohio.
Bellbrook, Ohio. And your next pilot?
Darius.
Darius, and your spotter?
Connor.
Connor. Well, congratulations, guys. I want to be the first to congratulate you officially. Be the 2025 Jones in Schools champions. Good job on that. Tell me, how does it feel?
It feels like surreal. I did not expect this, to be honest. We tried really hard, though, and it paid off.
Good work, good work. And tell me about some of the practice you guys did to get ready for this event.
Yeah, we've been flying in the classroom against the other teams at our school to prepare and putting a lot of time in to make this happen.
Connor, what's the importance of having a good spotter?
Having someone to pick your thing up if you crash horribly into, like, for example, a cloth.
Yeah, thank you. So, guys, you traveled all this way. Is it your first time in Texas?
It is not my first time.
Been here before, been in Texas before. I have never been here before except at an airport.
Okay, well, it's good to have all of y'all for sure. Have you had a chance to make it out into the rest of the field? If you haven't, there's a lot of really cool stuff to see here at this trade show. So you can go out and check it out, and check it out. Who would you like to thank for this?
I would like to thank Mr. Lamright for really just organizing the whole Drones in School thing at our school. Without him, this would be impossible. And I'd personally like to thank Darius Gaynor. He encouraged me to practice a lot, and so without him, we probably wouldn't do as well as we did,
Nice. Anybody else you guys want to thank?
I need to thank the boys back at home on our team that couldn't come out due to track, so good luck to you guys at track, and thanks for all the help this year.
I'd also like to thank all of our parents and Miss Sanderman, too, for coming and supporting us through all of it. Thank you.
So tell me, this Drones in Schools program, you've learning to fly drones, you're building, you're designing. Do you feel like you've gained some skills you're going to be able to take with you once you leave high school?
Absolutely. I'm going into the engineering field, and I was part of the design process of our drone. And with the knowledge I gained here, I feel like I know a lot more than I did when I started. I find it very helpful.
Let's talk about that design process for a second. So I've noticed watching all the different teams go, there's quite a bit variability in the design. And from where you started at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of you joining this team, and where your drone is now, have you made many changes in your setup?
Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. We've added a lot more things to make it stronger, more durable, because a lot of races to fly and a lot of ways to break things, so durability is key.
Awesome. Well, I just want to congratulate you guys again on becoming the 2025 Capture the Flag champions. Great work, and thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Neil. Neil, don't go anywhere. Congratulations to the Capture the Flag winners. Neil, we're going to bring out Big Dogs and Intergalactic Bounty Seekers. Can we have the teams that flew Big Dogs and Intergalactic Bounty Seekers? You unfortunately are eliminated, but we just want to have a quick chat with Neil, see how you feel about the racing. So if we can get the pilots from those teams over and the teammates to the interview wall, we will set you up with an interview. You can shout out to the folks at home. You can tell us about how you felt with the racing. In the meantime, we are going to grid up LeDrone James and Eagles
welcome,
Perch.
guys. Come on in. Here you go. So tell me, what team are you with and what your names are?
My name is Ethaniel Hazan, and I'm from IBS, Intergalactic Bounty Seekers.
My name is Gavin Sokoloff, and I am from Intergalactic Bounty Seekers.
And where are you guys from? Where'd you come in from?
We are from Boca, Florida, at DKJA, Donna Klein Jewish Academy.
Beautiful. How'd you feel about the race or the whole event this week?
Personally, I felt that it was a wonderful experience to have, and even though we didn't win, I think I'm happy that I got this experience to be here, and I'm happy that I got to make a lot of friends along the way, including the Warriors, LeDrone James, and etc.
Nice. And tell me, you guys yesterday, I saw y'all working really hard in the drone soccer. I didn't get a chance to see you in the racing. Which of the two events do you prefer?
Wait, repeat the question?
Which event do you prefer over drone soccer or racing?
I think racing is better.
Yeah, and why is that?
Probably because it's much easier for me being drone technician. I think it's much easier for me to just go fast and pick up the drone than to actually be walking around constantly.
Gotcha. And how about you? Which is your favorite event of the two?
I actually like Capture the Flag more, just because it requires more precision and skill. And I am not personally the best racer. I more rely on precision.
Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Yeah, this is my first time to be exposed to Capture the Flag myself. It's a really cool game. It's exciting. Come from the racing side. but to be able to see what goes on and capture the flag was really cool for me to watch. So, how about you guys? How long have you been in this Drones in Schools program?
I have been since the beginning, a bit late, 2 weeks late, but since the beginning I've been the captain of my team, and I have been leading them to each event and been pushing them to do better.
Good stuff. And Gavin, do you feel like what have you learned in the Drones in School program that you would not have learned had you not been in the program?
To make more friends than I need.
All right, yeah. More friends is not a bad thing to have for sure. Well, guys, who would you like to thank for helping you get here and make this event happen?
I'd like to thank Emacs, FPL, and all of the contestants here for giving me such a great time. It was an amazing thing to happen, and I'm so glad I got to be here. Thank you, FPL, Emacs, and Drones in School.
Thanks a bunch. And Gavin, anybody that he left off the list?
I just have to thank everybody that was here because it couldn't have made the experience any better.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys very much. Congratulations on having a great week, and hope you had a good time. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks, Neil. Thank you to the teams. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next year. We are going to cut back to the bracket. We need Ladrone James and Eagles Perch in your seats. Ladrone James, we need you to be on race 2, which looks like you are because you're sitting in the correct seat. This is round 4 of the consolation bracket here. Ladrone James versus we need Eagles Perch in the chair. We're running a bit tight on time, so we're going to have to speed things along a bit. After this, we're going to need 17 Pegasus and Firebirds. 17 Pegasus and Firebirds, get your quads, get your transmitters, and stand outside of this net so that when this team lands, you are ready to sit down and fly in your next race. Ladrone James and Eagles Perch, we see getting seated now. As soon as they have good video, we are going to send them off. I'm missing a flipper spotter for Eagles Perch. Ladrone James looks ready to go.
Real quick, I want to let the high school teams know you guys will be on break now until 1. Middle school, we're going to have to keep on going because we got kind of a slow start. Middle school teams, when you come in to race, if you could stop at tech, they'll get your channel set, verify your video. Let's get the next 2 over to tech right now. John, can you call the next 2 over to tech?
The next 2 that need to go to tech are 17 Pegasus and Firebirds. So come to the tech inspection. 17 Firebirds, pick up the quad you're going to race, fresh batteries, goggles, controllers, and come to tech inspection immediately.
They're still in 8. You want me to direct? 7. Down. Save an acre. That should be on 7. Yeah, you're good.
All right, that's good. Video for race band 7. All right, we can see Tim out there helping these guys move a little bit faster. Get the quads on the line. Tim of dindrones.com. Oh, we have Neon in the chat. Wow, Neon, thanks for dropping in. One of the fastest sim pilots in the whole planet for the racers here. If you don't know who Neon is, take a look online when you get home. It will blow your mind. All right, 2 quads on the line, 2 quads with good video. We have thumbs up for good video, and pilots, listen for the tone in less than 5. All right, clean start from both of these drones. Ladrone James just a little bit out ahead of Eagles Perch as Eagles Perch gets on their lid, allowing Ladrone James to stretch out their lead as they get on to lap number 2 LeJohn James pulling ahead ever so slightly, gate over gate. Eagles Perch still looking on lap number 1. LeJohn James gets past. They are on their checkered flag waving for LeJohn James as they go on to lap number 3. They're just a few gates left from eliminating Eagles Perch from this race. Is LeJohn James going to do it? And they get it done. Let's hear it for LeJohn James, moving up after being eliminated from the winner's bracket. Eagles Perch, thank you for coming. Absolutely amazing run. You were flying super well. Unfortunately, we're going to have to send you home, but we hope to see you next year. You've done a great job. Let's hear it for Eagles Perch. All right, we're going to get 17 Pegasus and Firebirds in these seats. We're going to have to shoot these matches off a bit faster than we have been because we are behind on time.
Ramsey Barnes, if you're here from LeJarden Academy, if you want to set up your demo for Capture the Flag, we'd love to have some high school teams who would like to check that out. So Ramsey Barnes and one of his students are working on a new prototype for Capture the Flag that's a whack-a-mole game. So high school teams, if you're here and you want to get some extra practice in Capture the Flag, he's going to be setting that up in our Capture the Flag cage for you to come in and check it out.
A lot of fans for LeJohn James in the chat. A lot of fans for all these teams, families, kids. We are going to run the 2 lower bracket races. Actually, after this, we have 6 Arrows and Flying Pythons on deck. Your number 1 and your number 3 seed. So 6 Arrows standing at the entrance, ready to go. Flying Pythons, prep your quad, your goggles, your transmitter. Make sure you're all good with tech, and we are going to put you in the cage next. All right, pilots. Arm your quads live on the tone in less than 5. All right, clean start from both teams. It looks like they are both on the same gate at the same time, side-by-side video for these 2 quads. See Pegasus on the left side of the screen, currently pulling ahead on lap number 2. Still only a gate ahead. Any bobble or flip from these pilots could let the other team pass or stretch out their lead. 17 Pegasus continuing. Oh no, 17 Pegasus in the back now. Firebirds gets on to lap number 3. One more. They're pulling ahead now, Firebirds is about a lap up. Oh, and 17 Pegasus goes down. Firebirds also goes down. We see some quick swaps from these pilots, and they are already back on their lids, going down again. 17 Pegasus
1 minute left.
Gets the pass in lap number 3. That was Firebirds, right? Firebirds gets it done. Let's hear it for Firebirds.
45 seconds left.
Lifetime and the stream.
30 seconds left.
All right, we are going to get 6 Arrows and Flying Pythons.
15 seconds left.
In
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The race is completed.
All right, this is 6 Arrows versus Flying Python. 6 Arrows on race 2. Flying Pythons are race 7. Pilots, arm your quad. You are live on the tone in less than 5. All right, an early mistake from the Flying Pythons. Let 6 Arrows stretch out their lead. 6 Arrows has been absolutely flawless this whole week in this competition. This is a winner's bracket, so whoever gets knocked out of this race still has one more chance. 6 Arrows gets onto their lap number 3. Flying Python's not too far behind them, about 1 gate separating these pilots. 6 Arrows, though, not giving up any ground, and let's hear it for 6 Arrows. Just ahead of Flying Pythons. That was a tight race. We are going to see Flying Pythons back
The race is completed.
in a few races. 6 Arrows moving up. They are officially in your top 2 championship. All right, Ladrone James is ready to go, and we need Firebirds out with them. Ladrone James and Firebirds. Ladrone James on race 2. Firebird, we need to, on race number 7. On deck, Flying Pythons. Flying Pythons, prep another battery. You will fly after this heat. All right, pilots, I see good video. I see pilots in goggles. Quads on the line. Pilots, arm your quads. When you hear the tone, you are flying. All right, Ladrone James again looking very consistent here. Firebird just a few feet behind. Firebird's flying absolutely amazingly. They have stepped it up to try to keep up with Ladrone James. Ladrone James, the number 2 seed in this race. They are working their way back up into the finals after being eliminated earlier. Ladrone James, oh, Firebird goes on their lid. That lets Ladrone James stretch out as they go on to their last lap. And a pass from Ladrone James gets ahead of Firebird. They are 1 lap ahead. They look like they're on top of each other, but Ladrone James actually has a ton of breathing room here. Looks like Ladrone James gets it done. Let's hear for Ladrone James.
The race is completed.
All right, we're going to see Ladrone James versus the Flying Pythons. Ladrone James, you're back-to-back. So leave your equipment there. Go get a fresh battery. Swap the battery on your quad. Nice job, Firebirds. You can hear the audience cheering them on, rooting for all of these kids doing an absolutely amazing job. Firebirds, unfortunately, your racing week has come to an end, but we hope to see you next year. Thank you for coming, Flying Pythons, and let's get Ladrone James is prepping their quad. Flying Pythons, please come out. I see them standing. Pythons, we need to go to race band number 7. All right, as soon as we get Flying Pythons on Race Band 7, we are going to launch. This is the last race in the consolation bracket. Whoever wins this is going up to match 6 arrows for the top 2 positions. The loser of this race will be your 3rd place 2025 reserve champion, making podium, guaranteed podium for both of these teams. Amazing job. The 3 teams left in this are the top 3 teams from qualifying yesterday, so no upset yet at this point, but we'll see if there's a shakeup in the positions as we move on. Plug those quads in. Yeah. All right, it looks like we can see the pilot of LeBron. I always want to say LeBron James because that's why they're called that. I think they did that on purpose. LeBron James, the pilot, you can see him smiling there, getting ready to fly, pacing around a little bit. Flying Pythons, your champion from 2024, I believe, middle school champion, looking cool as a cucumber. No, he's not. He's shaking his head. Maybe he's not as cool as he looks. Both pilots laughing, having a good time. That's good. All right, let's plug those quads in. Plug them in, plug them in. We are going to find out who is your 3rd place and who is going up for a guaranteed top 2 to battle 6 arrows who are undefeated so far in this race. You can see them on the bottom left staging, their teammates staging the drones for them. 2 quads are staged. All right, pilots. I see good video for both pilots. Arm your quads. You're live on the tone in less than 5. Oh, a little mid-air there from... Don't see that too often. A little bobble. LeBron James just ahead here of Flying Pythons. Looks like LeBron James getting into the slalom, but Flying Pythons is right there with them. They might be picking up some ground here as they go on to lap number 3. This is the final lap for both pilots, and they are still only separated by 1 gate. LeBron James holding their lead, but they haven't made up any ground in this last lap. Ooh, I could see Flying Pythons really pushing there to make a gain, but they get it wrong. LeBron James is going up. Let's hear it for LeBron James. Let's get a big round of applause for Flying Pythons going out in 3rd place, flying really well.
1 minute left.
All right, let's have a quick word with Flying Pythons. Flying Pythons to the logo wall over here. If we have Neil, we can have a quick word with them. We are going to stage now 6 arrows versus LeBron James, the top 2 qualifiers. In this race,
the race is completed.
So with this race, because 6 arrows was the top qualifier and they have not lost a single match in this entire bracket, if they win this race right now, that is it. They are undefeated, and LeBron James will have won twice. We see that Owl... Exactly. So on the left, we see here the Owl logo of 6 arrows, and on the right, the basketball logo of LeBron James. The team on the left, 6 arrows, they are undefeated. Because they're undefeated, if they lose once, they get another chance. LeBron James has already lost once to 6 arrows in the upper bracket, so this is a rematch for them to see if they can reverse the tide here. LeBron James needs to win twice, whereas 6 arrows only needs to win once. Oh, they did not face each other. This is a new match. They were on opposite sides of the bracket. LeBron James, looks like LeBron James was knocked down by Python, so the team they just defeated, and they were trading places in qualifying all day yesterday, so between 2nd and 3rd place, they were They were pretty much a mirror match for this whole week. All right, plug these quads in. Let's take a look at the launch view.
I've been using all three.
I'll use this clear. I use this clear. This colors. I use that.
Can we wait after the time?
All right, so if any high school teams are here or high school teams get back, we do have the Whack-A-Mole, the new version of Capture the Flag we're prototyping. Ramsey Barnes from LeJardin Academy in Hawaii brought it all the way from Hawaii to show it off to you. So if you want to come check it out, bring your drone over with your high school team. We can try it, see how it works, get a little practice in before you go head-to-head in the championship bracket at 1 o'clock.
All right, this is LeDrone James versus Six Arrows, the championship race. Top two teams of the middle school 2025 Drones in School Championship. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Six Arrows? As soon as those quads are ready, plug them in. We have Six Arrows on race 2, LeDrone James on race band 7. All right, plug them in, plug them in. We can see their teammates walking those quads out to the line in their bottom left. A lot of teamwork for these kids. Work really hard as a team all year to get here. Work really hard to do well in these races. Thumbs up from Six Arrows. Thumbs up from LeDrone James. All right, pilots. Arm your quads. When you hear the tone, you are flying. All right, these pilots are neck and neck. Six Arrows just a teeny bit ahead of LeDrone James. Six Arrows is keeping it clean here as they get on to lap number 2, just ahead of LeDrone James. LeDrone James in the Immelman, the reverse split S now, still trailing by about 1 lap. Ooh, LeDrone James goes down. That's going to let Six Arrows stretch out their lead. Almost a half a lap lead now with Six Arrows. They are undefeated. If they get this lap done at the pace they're going, they are going to be your champions. Can they do it? They come around the final element, and it is Six Arrows getting it done. Six Arrows.
It was false start.
1 minute left.
Got like 5 feet.
I mean, I saw you guys wobbling, but
I would.
started, you went to the game.
Okay. No, it's fine. I don't think it was false start.
All right, we had a contestation on the false start, but we had Din Drones, your official line judge, looking very
45
carefully.
seconds left.
There was an early takeoff, but the rule is if they both start the gate at the same time, then we don't call the false start. And on top of that, Six Arrows winning by about half a lap. It is official. Six Arrows, your champion. Let's hear it for both of these teams. Let's get these teams together to the logo wall. We'll do a quick interview with both of them, and then we'll get these high school kids graded up for their finals.
15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's hear from both teams. We're short on time, so we're gonna do a whole group interview. We're gonna get you in frame and me out of frame because you guys are the stars. Let's start with the second place team here. Let's hear from Liz. Maybe we can start with the pilot. How did you feel flying this week?
It felt great. It was fun. First time. I'm ready to come back next year and do better.
Yeah, let's hear it. Anybody else? Anybody want to shout out to anybody at home We have the whole team here.
This was an absolute blast and wouldn't be possible without our coaches. For the Six Arrows, you have wonderful coaches. Our team, sadly, one of Mr. Young, our head coach, could not be here. But let's hear it for Mr. Young, shall we?
All right, thank you so much. Shout out to the head coach for your second place team. Worked really hard to get here. And your first place team, I believe you had 2 really good pilots, but who were you flying in the finals? All right, how did you feel flying this week? I want to hear from both the pilots and hear about your strategy.
It felt solid. Like, I tried to go slower when I was winning. So, like, it was, like, really solid flying.
All right, let's hear it for the winning pilot. And anybody else want to give a shout out or tell us about how your week went?
I'd like to thank A.D. Henderson at University School for helping us get to nationals, and I'd also like to thank Drones in School and FPL for sponsoring this competition.
All right, you heard it. Thank you to all the sponsors, to the league for making this happen. We have one more shout out from LeDrone James.
I'd like to say thank you to the other drone teams that have been very supportive, like Warrior One and like Red Phoenix and Pythons. They were all very kind to us. So this is a great environment. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Awesome. Amazing sportsmanship from these teams battling out all week. And in the end, congratulations. All right, thanks for coming. Let's hear one last round of applause for your podium. We're going to have an awards ceremony later. Congratulations. Thank you for coming. We'll see you next year.
The race is completed.
Really annoying.